Hey, welcome everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. And it's 1985 again. So, where were you in 1985? It's going to be the Mets at Philadelphia. Doug Gooden at Steve Carlton. And we're about to get started. Let's go over the lineups. Let me go over the Mets lineup. Mookie Wilson, who's a pretty good center fielder at a 4. You can get the 5. 5 is the best you can be, except he has a high error number. You have Kelvin Chapman, a 3 at second base. Not too bad. Hernandez is top quality first baseman, a 5. He'll be batting third. Batting cleanup is Gary Carter. He is also a good catcher, top of the line. Darryl Strawberry, I'd say below average right fielder, but with a good arm. Can play some center field. George Foster, terrible arm, below average left fielder. Ron Gardner, below average shortstop. He'll be playing third base. He is also a below average third baseman, way below average. Rafael Santana is a average shortstop according to these cards and these ratings. And Dwight Gooden is, I'd say about average pitcher. Defensively, of course, not his pitching ability, his fielding ability. So for the Phillies, it's going to be an above average second baseman. Defensively, Samuel. Stone, poor left fielder. Greg Gross, poor right fielder. Von Hayes, a decent. We got Mike Schmidt, a below average third baseman. Von Hayes, a decent center fielder. Corcoran, decent first baseman. Poor catcher in Ozzie Virtual. Steve Jeltz, a below average shortstop. And then Steve Carlton, top of the line defensive pitcher. Those are the lineups. We're ready to roll. We're playing Inside Pitch Baseball. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and we're doing a partial replay of the 85 season just to get a sense of the Mets and play some inside pitch. So let's roll here. 2d6 and read the large one, the red one first. We're going to go off the pitcher first and then off the batter. Alright, so it's a 5 and a 3, and that's at the ballpark. So we're going to roll again. And that's a 4 and a 6, and that's a fly ball center field. Over is Von Hayes. He makes the catch, 1 down. Hope everybody's doing well out there. That's a 21. A 2 and a 1 is a wild, so we're throwing it again for Carlton. It's a 5 and a 2, and that's a potential strikeout with an 8 against a lefty, and it's a 6 plus 1, so it's a 7. We got an 8, so it's above that, so we're going to roll on Chapman. He doesn't strike out very much. That's a 6 and a 2, and it's bounced to second base. That's Juan Samuel up with it. Throws out Chapman. Here comes Keith Hernandez. Probably the best hitter the Mets have. So we got an 8 and a 4. And here's a pitch to Hernandez. It's a 2 and a 3, and that's a potential strikeout. An 11 will not be a strikeout. Doesn't strike out very much. That's a 3 and a 1. That's a fly ball to the opposite field. Left center field, Stone. And Stone gets there. 3 up and 3 down. May have to walk my dogs in a minute, so we'll see what happens with that. They're outside, but they're kind of riled up. Juan Samuel leading off here against Dwight Gooden. Dwight Gooden had an amazing season. 24 and 4. That's a 6 and a 3. That's a potential K, and a 12 will be a strikeout. So Samuel strikes out. Samuel hit 19 home runs, by the way, in 1985. Here's Jeff Stone, left-handed hitter, a 5 and a 3. That's against the lefty. That's a walk plus. We rolled a 19. It will not be a walk, even though it's +2 on the walk. So it's an 18. It's actually an 18. The 8 plus the 10 is 18. We rolled a 19, so it will not be a walk. We're going to roll off of Jeff Stone's card. So Gooden got lucky there. It's a 1 and a 3, and it's a fly ball left field. Medium distance, and right there is Foster. So it's a K and a 7. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Greg Gross. He's a left-handed hitter, batted .260 and 169 at bats. He didn't play very much. That's a potential K, and a 7 will not be a K. He strikes out very few times. With a 4 and a 2, and that's bounced to second base. Kelvin Chapman up with it and throws out Gross. 3 up, 3 down for both sides. Here is Gary Carter leading off the top of the second. A pitch from Carlton. Say 23, and that's a potential strikeout. A 19 will not be a strikeout, so we're rolling on Carter's card. A snake eyes will be bounced to third base. That's Schmidt over to first. 1 down. Next up is Darryl Strawberry with a 4 and a 4, and that's going to be a blank. So we're going to roll on Strawberry's card. And a 4 and a 3, and that's bounced to the first baseman, Corcoran. And he steps on the bag ahead of Strawberry, Speedy Strawberry, who can fly down that line. 2 out. And it's a 1 and a 6, and that's a blank. Go to Foster, George Foster, a 2 and a 3. That's a fly out to Von Hayes to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. Bottom of the second. No score. Mike Schmidt with a 5 and a 1. That's a potential K. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Gooden. Schmidt heads back to the bench. Here's Von Hayes, left-handed hitter. That's a 4 and a 4, and that's going to be at the ballpark. And a 2 and a 3, and that's a star line 2, which is popped up. Medium center field. Wilson makes the catch. 2 down. And Dwight Gooden facing Tim Corcoran, another lefty in the lineup. That's a 4 and a 5. That's at the ballpark as well. And that's a 4 and a 3, and that's a drive to right center field, and that's going to split the outfielders and roll to the wall around first and into second base. Ahead of the throw is Corcoran. So first hit of the game. And here's Ozzie Virgil, who batted .246 and 400 at bats. Here's the pitch from Gooden. It's a tired 1. He's not tired, just started the game. And we go to a 6 and a 4, and that's going to be a grounder to short, picked up by Santana, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We move to the top of the third. Who's leading off? It's going to be Gardner, Santana, and Gooden against Steve Carlton. Steve Carlton was 1 and 8 with a .333 ERA in 1985. So I guess I'm thinking that was an injury season for him. He only had 92 innings pitched, whereas Dwight Gooden was masterful with a 24 and 4 and a 150 ERA. It's going to be a 5 and a 4, and that's a potential walk. With a 2, it's a base on balls, so Gardner walks. And here's Santana. He's going to swing away. And a 3 and a 3, and that's a potential K. With an 18 will not be a K, so we're going to roll off Santana's card. And it's a 5 and a 5, and that's a potential double play. And we're just going to roll 1 die here. That's a 2, a 3, it's at least a 4. And it's a double play. Unless the infielders turn around. Oh, Samuel is a -1. And who did that go to? It was what was it? A 55. That was a ground ball to short. So he is going to go to Samuel. So that's going to become a 3. The 4 becomes a 3, unless the shortstop. Shortstop is also -1, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. So it's a 6-4. They get 1, and that's all they get. So Santana's on at first now, and it's the pitcher Gooden. And that is a 5 and a 4, and that's going to be a potential walk 13. It will not be a walk, so we're going to roll on Gooden's card. So 5 and a 5, that's bounced to second base. Could be a double play again. And it's not. It's only one play, and that's the first. So it's 4-3, and we get the top of the order. Top of third, 1 on, 2 out. And here is Mookie Wilson. Pitch to Mookie, it's a 2 and a 3. That's a potential strikeout at 18 is too high. Oh. So what we want to do is roll 2 dice for Mookie Wilson. That's a 4 and a 2, it looks like. Yep, 4 and a 2. That's bounced to short. That'll end the inning. Gels over to Corcoran. No runs, no hits, so walk, 1 left, and we move to the bottom of the third. All right, here's Gels. It's a 2 and a 4, and that's a K plus. That'll be a strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Gooden. Gooden struck out 270 batters in 85. Carlton at the plate, and that's a 3 and a 5, and that's a range play. Gonna roll a range play on Carlton, and that is a 3 and a 4, a ground ball to third, and third baseman for the Mets, Gardner. I do not believe he'll get this. I think he was a 2, and he is a 1, so that'll get by him. That'll get by him. Will it be a single or a double? And it's a double. So a double down the line for Carlton. And now with Gels, what Gels do? He struck out, and then Carlton's going to double. Ball that gets past the diving Gardner. Doesn't have a lot of range. And it's going to be Juan Samuel with a runner at second. Here's the pitch from Gooden. That's a 1 and a 4. That's a potential K, and a 6. Struck him out. Number 4 for Gooden. So 2 outs with the runner at second base in scoring position. See if Gooden can get himself out of this tight spot. Here's Jeff Stone. It's a 44. A 4 and a 4 is going to be at the ballpark. And a 6 and a 2. That's a fly ball left field. Shallow left. Racing in is Foster, and Foster gets there. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We move to the top of the 4th inning. Chapman leading off. Pitch from Carlton. It's a 1 and a 4, and that's a walk plus. It's a 14, and it's a base on balls. So Chapman walks, and here comes Hernandez. And I'm going to try a hit and run here. That's a 2 and a 4. That's a potential K. What happens to the K with a hit on the hit and run? Nothing happens to the K, so it's a 17. It will not be a K, so we're going to roll on Hernandez. It's a 3-2. It's a grounded to short. It's going to be a +2. So Chapman. All right, so it's going to be, let's see. Grounded to short. It could be a double play. It's a 2 + 3 -1 back to 2. So there's no double play. Runner advances. Now we have to roll to see if we get the runner at second base. It's a 3. Runner at second base. It's a 4. And all GDP ratings are -2. Yeah, so he's going to make it to second. And it's going to be a 6-3. So Chapman walks, and that's a 6-3. So 1 out, runner at second base. And here's Gary Carter. It's a 3-3, and a 3-3 is going to be a potential K, and a 16 is not. So we're going to roll on Carter. Carter gets the swing, and a 4 and a 3, and that's line and caught by the pitcher. Now there's a double play chart that's really cool here. L1 to the pitcher with a runner on first. No, it's a runner on second. So it's a 5. You need a 5 and it's a double play. Nope. So 2 out. L1. He rips one right up the middle, but it's snagged out of the air by Carlton. And now it's Darryl Strawberry. It's a 6 and a 4. It's against a lefty. It's a blank. So we're going to roll off Strawberry. And then a 3 and a 3. And that is a fly ball. Opposite field, left center field. Right there is Stone. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the 4th. All right, we're back to the action here in the bottom of the 4th. It's Greg Gross. We'll be facing Dwight Gooden. Score is 0-0, no score. Mets have no runs, no hits, no errors. Phillies, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And let's do this. Playing inside pitch. Cards I unboxed the other day on my channel. Remember, like and subscribe to my channel. Hit on the bell so you get the alerts when I do something. I post something. It's gonna be a 4 and a 6, and that's a K plus. A 10 will be a strikeout. Just barely makes it 13. Plus 114, so it's a strikeout. Gross down swinging on a good curveball, big curveball. He's known for his fastball, but he's got a heck of a curveball. And Mike Schmidt steps in the box. He bats from the right side. Big power hitting third baseman. Hit 33 home runs in 1985. Where were you in 1985? 43. And that's going to be a range play. So the minute I see a range play, I re-roll. I'm going to do it on Mike Schmidt, and then I'm rolling that green die with it. And that's going to be a ball that is going to be a 6-4, and that's a diving play by Wilson to rob Schmidt of a single, at least maybe even a double. And it's going to be an F and an 8. 2 out. And we're going to put a little star on that. As I say, that's a range play. Nice catch by Wilson in center field for the Mets. And here's Von Hayes. I use green because it represents the field, the grass. It's a 1 and a 6. That's going to be a K, and a 15 will not be a K. So we're rolling on Von Hayes, another left-handed hitter. A lot of left-handed hitters, and it's going to be a medium fly ball to right field. Strawberry moving towards the line, and he's got a beat on it. No runs, no hits, none left. We move to the top of the 5th inning. In the top of the 5th is going to be Foster leading off. $10 million bum, they called him in New York. Not a popular player in New York. Foster, Gardner, and Santana. Here's a pitch from Steve Carlton, the lefty. It's a 6 and a 6, and that's a blank. Go to Foster, and a 5 and a 6, and that's a bouncer to the right side, and that's going to make it through the hole into right field for a single. So Foster's on first, and then Gardner, we're going to bunt. He is a 5, so they don't know he's going to bunt, so we're going to keep it at 5, and that's a 2. It should be a good bunt. Yep. Sure is. And it's fielded by the pitcher. It's going to be sack. 1, 4. We're in a second. Alright, so now it's Rafael Santana. Santana batted .257, not too shabby, 1985. That's a A 2-1, that's going to be a wild. With an 8, that's going to be a wild pitch. Gets past, gets by the catcher Virgil, Ozzie Virgil. So runner on third base with only 1 out now. Big wild pitch here. Giving the Mets a runner 90 feet away with only 1 out. So the Phillies are going to be forced to play the infield in. And where's the infield in chart? Okay. No chance for go play. Play to home or first. With 1 out, I'm going to go home. So there may be a play at the plate. And Gardner, I think, is a 4 or a 3. He's a 3. Base run is going to be a -2, so he's going to become a 1 if there's a play at the plate. It's a 6 and a 2. And that's going to be a home run opportunity. But against the lefty, he has no chance, so we're going to roll on his card, Santana's card, and that's a 4 and a 6. And that's a fly ball to center field. His sacrifice fly is a 1, so we're rolling blue sky here, blue, and no, but he can tag up. I said he was a 3 from center field. Flyouts, subtract 3 from the base runner. Is that the new, this is the old one? Where's the new one? The new one changed that a little bit. Let me see. Well, that's not going to work, so he's not going to tag up. F8. I don't have the new chart anywhere I can find it. So that's a fly ball to shallow center, and Foster's not going to be. Oh, it's Foster on base, and he's terrible. He's a 1. Forget about it. All right, he wouldn't even have been scoring from third on that. He would have held up. And 2 or 1s, I have a home rule that the guy holds up. So here's Dwight Gooden. Runner on third, 2 outs. And it's a 5 and a 3, and that's going to be at the ballpark. See if we get lucky. And a 5 and a 5, and that's a star line 3, which is a fly out to right field. Right there is Gross, and that retires the side. So the Mets had something going, but nothing. It did not develop. All right, so Corcoran here in the bottom of the 5th against Dwight Gooden. So 1 and a 3. That's a potential walk of 14. Will be a walk. So Corcoran walks. He has a high walk number for 13. He's a 1 base runner, terrible base runner. Working a bunt here. Ozzie Virgil is a. Oh no, he's a 1 bunter, terrible bunter. So he's not going to bunt. Okay, so here he's going to swing away. 3 and a 1 is a potential home run from down here from this question mark. So we're going to look against a righty. It's a 1-7, and we got a 5. So Virgil. Oh, wow. Virgil hit 19 home runs, and he's got an 18 there. Yikes. So it fell within Gooden's home run range because there's a question mark, so you look down here. Now you got to roll on Virgil's home run range. Got to roll that D20 again. Yikes. We need a 19 or 20, otherwise it's going to be a 2-run homer. And that ball is a deep drive to left field. Back goes Foster to the track, to the wall, looks up. So long. Adios, amigo. So it's a 2-run home run for Ozzie Virgil. And that brings home 6 and 7. Yikes. When Ozzie Virgil starts hitting home runs off you, you're doomed. Here's Jeltz. And that's a 2 and a 5. It's a hit by pitch. He's -5, so it won't be hit by pitch. We're rolling on Jeltz's card. It's a 5-5. That's bounced to short. Santana up with it on target to Hernandez. 1 out now. There's Steve Carlton, 179 hitter. And it's a 6 and a 5. That's a K plus, and that'll be should be a strikeout, and it is. Strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-4. Good. And here comes Samuel, who struck out twice. A 1 and a 3. That's a potential walk. A 12 will not be a walk, so we're rolling on Samuel's card. He's going to get a chance to swing. Here's a swing. It's a 6 and a 4, and that's a bounce to the second. Chapman. And that retires the side. We're in the 6th inning now. Top of the 6th. This is early morning game. Late night, early morning game. Mookie Wilson leading off. It's 2-0. Phils. That's a 3 and a 5. That's a walk plus. But a 19 against a lefty. It just makes it. So Wilson walks. Let's see if we can get a jump on him. It's a good opportunity to steal. No, no jump. We'll keep trying. Here's Chapman. Chapman's going to bunt. Let me see what kind of bunt. Oh, he's a 5. So they're going to... And that's a good bunt. Who's a 2? It's to the pitcher. 1-4. Runner on second. Alright, single. And here's Hernandez. Pitcher Carlton. It's a 4 and a 1. That's a potential error on a grounder. Write that down. And I'm going to roll on a 6 and a 4. That's a grounder to first base, but we rolled a 2, so that may be an error. Let's see, the first baseman is Corcoran. And that's going to be an error on Corcoran. So the error on a grounder. Let's see if there's any extra thing I got to know. Error on a grounder. First baseman boots ball, 1 base. All right. So that's going to move Wilson to third. E3. We're going to put a circle around the error. And that gives us runners on first and third, and Gary Carter's up with 1 out against Carlton. Carter's got good power. See what happens. That's a snake eyes. That's going to be a K, and a 15 will not be a K, so we're rolling off Carter's card. That's a 6 and a 4, and that's going to be a fly ball left field. He's got a 1 sac fly. Nope, not going to happen. And that was 2, 6. Yeah, not going to happen. So no. It was a fly out to left. Yeah. All right. 2 outs. And it's Darryl Strawberry. I use blue for flyouts and green for range plays. It's a 2 and a 5. That's a potential K. 12. Struck him out. That retires the side. So no runs, no hits. No runs, no hits. A couple left. And we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6th inning, we're going to see Stone, Gross, and Schmidt against Gooden. And it's a 5-5 against a righty. It's a K plus, otherwise it's a blank. So we're rolling on Jeff Stone. He gets a chance to swing. 3 and a 4. That's bounced to the second base. Chapman throws him out. 1 down. Here's Greg Gross. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out and struck out. That's a 2-2. That's a range play at the ballpark. Oh, 4, 5, 1. That's going to be trouble. That's the right field. And that's going to, in this case, it's going to be a single, and he's going to try for second. So he is a 3. So we're going to roll. Let's see. Let's see if we have a different color. Yeah, we'll do a yellow. He's going to try for second, and he makes it. So it's going to be a double. Ballpark double for Gross. One out, runner on second. Gooden to Schmidt. It's a 6-6, which is a K, and a 15 will not be a strikeout. So we're rolling on Schmidt, and that's a 6 and a 2, and that is against a lefty. It'd be a double otherwise. It's a drive to right center field. Strawberry on the run, and he turned on the burners and caught up to that ball. A nice play. Now let's see if it can be a tag. Let's see what is. Oh no, Gross is real slow. He's not going to tag up. Gross is a. Oh, he's a 3. Let's see. Oh, but nah. Not going to tag. Although I think on the tag it's only a 6 that you're out. Right field base runner rating. Yeah, he's going to try. So he's going to be a 2. So I need a 1 or a 2 for him to tag up. And he doesn't make it, he holds. Okay. That may have changed in the new rules, but I don't know. I don't really care at this point. But Schmidt flies out to right, and Von Hayes. I'm not going to relearn the rules because he decided to rewrite the whole thing. I'm happy with these work well, but if I have the new rules, I'll learn them. Von Hayes. 6 and a 4. That's going to be a potential strikeout, and it is. And that's strikeout number 7. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. Top of the 7th. George Foster. He's 1 for 2 today. A 2 and a 5, that's a K, and a 19 will not be a K, too high. So Foster swings, and it's a bouncer to third. Schmidt fires the first on target to Corcoran, and that's 1 down. Just like that. And here's Gardner. 6 and a 1 is a potential walk, and a 7 will be a base on balls. It's the second time he's walked. Santana's up now with a 3 and a 2 is a potential K, and that's a strikeout. And we're going to leave Dwight Gooden in the game, 2-0. Top of the 7th. He only went 6. We're going to let him bat. It's a 5 and a 5. It's a blank. Gooden's card. Batted 226, by the way, so it's a pretty good card. It's going to be a fly ball. Shallow center. Medium center. And that retired the side. No runs, no hits, so walk, 1 left. Here comes bottom of the 7th. Alright, 7th inning stretch. Grab your last beverage from the concession. They'll be closing up. Here's Tim Corcoran leading off. Corcoran is 1 for 1, double and a walk. It's a 6 and a 4. That's a strikeout, and it is strikeout number 8 for Doc. Ozzie Virgil, who hit the home run off Doc. High and tight on Virgil, and Virgil stares back at Gooden, doesn't like it. It's a 5-5. That's a K plus. It'll be a strikeout, back-to-back Ks. So it looks like Gooden is picking up velocity as the game progresses. And here's Jells, Steve Jells, 189 batter and 200 at-bats. Terrible. 2-4, and that's going to be a K plus. Struck him out, struck out the side here. Has 10 today. Yikes. Blew a fastball right by him. Top of the 8th. These pitchers can go. Hold on. Put it in the wrong spot. He can go. Oh, 25 is all he can go? Yikes. So he's tired already. Remember, he was injured that season. And then Gooden can go 30. 30. All right. So no runs, no hits in that inning. And top of the 8th, Mookie Wilson leading off with 3 and a 6. That's an error on a throw. And we got a 9, so it's probably not going to be an error on a throw, but we'll see. 6-3, it's a fly ball. There's no error. That's medium fly to left. Stone is under it. 1 away. Chapman next with a 5 and a 4, and that's going to be a potential walk, and a 5 will be a base on balls. I think it's the third or fourth walk allowed. Fourth walk allowed by Carlton. You can write that down, 4. So now it's Hernandez. Hernandez, we're going to try a hit and run with Hernandez, see what happens. Let's see. 5 and a 6, it's a walk strikeout. Against a lefty, it's a walk. I think it gets cut in half, so it won't be a walk. I have to look at it. See. Hit and run. Walks get cut in half, so it's no walk. Alright, so here's Hernandez with a 46. That's a ground ball to first base. Chapman is a 4, so he becomes a 6. And so he's going to make it to second base on this. Oh, 46, so it's the pitcher. Yeah, he's going to make it. So it's going to be a ground ball to 1. Runner will advance with a 6. So Wilson flied out. It was a walk. It was a bouncer back to the pitcher with the runner going. And here goes. Gary Carter. That's a 2 and a 1. That's going to be a wild and another wild pitch. Actually, it should be over here, so we'll put that there like that. So he moves to third on the wild pitch. And now infield's still back. They'll allow a run to score for an out. 6-4, and that's a walk plus, which will be a base on balls. So Carter walks. And I'm going to look at the bullpen quickly. Alright, we got a couple of players that are pretty good. So-so. Whips are pretty high. So let's leave Carlton in there. This is 1985. Darryl Strawberry, first and third. Good power. Lefty on lefty. That's a 5 and a 1. That's a range play. So it's a 5-1 range play. We're rolling on Strawberry's card. And that's going to be a 2 and a 1 to the second baseman, who's a 4. He'll make the play. Now this could be a double. Oh, there's 2 outs, and that ends the inning. Samuel over to first, and that retires the side. So Strawberry bounces out weakly to Samuel, who charges and throws him out at first. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, so no runs, no hits, a couple left. And we move to bottom of the 8th. It's a pitcher, Carlton, leading off. He's walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to replace him. Going to pinch hit with somebody, a righty perhaps. We're going to do Luis Aguayo's going to. Well, we don't have any lefty, so it's going to have to be a righty. We'll grab Aguayo. Aguayo should be in here, right? I'm not sure. He has 165 bats unless he was traded. Because they always take the player to wherever he was sent. So my pitchers. Okay. Gene Wilson, John Russell, Shum, Dalton, Aguayo. Alright, so Aguayo pinch hit for the pitcher. And what kind of defender is he? Oh, he's a good defender at shortstop. He's a better shortstop, so we may leave him in. So else is a 2, Aguayo's a 3. Alright, so Aguayo comes in. He's going to pinch hit against the Doc. That's a 1 and a 4, and that's going to be a... Oh, is he tired already? Not yet. So it's a K with an 8. Struck him out. Number 11 for Doc Gooden. Top of the order now. Juan Samuel leading off. He's 0 for 3. Struck out twice and grounded out. It's a 6 and a 4. That's a strikeout. Number 12. And here's Jeff Stone with a 2-3 against a lefty. It's going to be an out. We'll use that 3, and that's a bouncer to first. And Hernandez makes the play. No runs, no hits. That retires aside, so it's last licks for the Mets. They're down 2-0. Carlton pitched a 2-hitter, but he's replaced now. We're going to bring in somebody. Let's see, and we're going to let where is that kid who pinch hit? Did I lose that opportunity? I don't know why. Shouldn't have lost that opportunity. Let me go back one. Open. Hold on, let me see if they'll let me. Where's Aguayo? I should be able to still bring him in. He's still... So Aguayo, okay, I see. So we're going to bring in a pitcher. It's going to be, my big save guy is Carmen. He'll come in here. Shortstop will be Aguayo. There he goes. Took care of it. Alright, so Foster's leading off here against Carmen. See if I can track Carmen down. Kuzma's on this team. Hudson. There's Don Carmen. Alright. So Carlton's out, who pitched 2-hitter but walked like 6 batters. Last legs for the Mets here at Philadelphia at Veterans Stadium. George Foster, who's 1 for 3 today. What's he batting on the season? 24 at bats, batting .250. It's a 6 and a 3, and that's a potential walk, and it will be a base on balls. So Carmen walks Foster. And we're going to let Gardner bat because unless we want to go to the bench. Let's see what we got. We got a ton of guys on the bench, so let's see. Let's go to... Got a couple of lefties. We got a couple of righties, 3 righties. Let's go to Christensen. I have Christensen here somewhere. John Christensen's in the bat for Gardner. Alright, here's a pitch, and that is a 4 and a 3. That's an error on a throw. And let's see if there's a throw. Oh, what? It's a 6 that we rolled. It was a 6, I knocked it over. There it is. Alright, a 1-1, and that's a fly ball center field. Shallow, racing in is Hayes, and Hayes gets there. All right, so Santana's going to bat for himself. So Christensen, pinch hitter, flies out. Santana will bat for himself. Then we'll have a pinch hitter for Gooden. So 4 and a 3. Again, an error on a throw. See if there's a throw here. That's a 3-1. And that's a 6, which is a fly to left field this time. And left fielder near the line. Stone runs that down. So 2 out. So the Mets are down to their last out. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Gooden. It's going to be Ray Knight. Okay, here comes Ray Knight, the righty versus the lefty, with 2 outs and 1 on. So Ray Knight is the tying run at the plate. So a home run here would tie the game. Don't know that that's going to happen though. Here's a pitch. Knight. Pinch hitter. That's a 6 and a 1. That's a range play. So let's roll again on Ray Knight's card. And a 2-2, and that's going to be grounded at first. Corcoran. I don't think Corcoran's a. I think he's a 3, and that's going to get by Corcoran. Is it going to be a single or a double? Single or double? It's going to be a single, and runner will stop at second. Don't want to risk anything. So first and second, and here's Mookie Wilson. So the Mets are still alive here in the top of the 9th inning. We had a leadoff walk, a couple of outs, and now a single by the pinch hitter Knight. That puts the tying runs on base, so a double here could potentially. Let's look at Knight's speed. We may have to get a pinch runner for Knight. Yeah, let's see who we got to pinch run. He's slow as can be. I'm going to bring in Wally Backman to pinch run. Alright, he'll score. He's super fast. Alright, so here's a pitch from Don Carmen to Mookie Wilson, batting from the right side. He's a switch hitter. It's a 4 and a 3, and that's going to be an error on a throw again. So we're going to roll for, and that's a 6-3, and that's a fly ball left field. And it's Stone. He runs it down, and that's the ball game. So no runs, 1 hit, and the Mets get shut out. 2-0. Steve Carlton gets the win. 2-1. Doc Gooden takes the loss. 2-1. And Don Carmen picks up a save. I do like to pop in the pitcher stats. 8-4-2-2-1-12. 8-4-2-2-1-12. 1 home run allowed. Yikes. And let's do the numbers for Carlton. For Carlton, he was 8-2-0-0-5-2. 8-2-0-0-5-2. And for Carmen, it was 1-1-0-0-1-0 for the save. 3. All right. So that's it, my friends. Let's see. 0, 2. Mets only had 3 hits. Phillies had 4 hits. And it's a 0-1. And that's the ball game. Inside Pitch, Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Remember to like and subscribe. Join the Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. That's the Facebook group for guys that can't stand the Facebook groups. You'll enjoy this one. And that's all I can say. I wish you guys the best. And I will see you again soon, later on after work, with a couple games. Bye now.